Hello, welcome to Rolls and Replays, the board game show from us here at the M.T.V.B podcast. Our very first ever how to play video, and we're going to be doing the card trading game of Star Wars Unlimited. This is going to be a how to play of how to do this, and we'll go through step by step, different phases, and how you do your actions in the game. So before we start, just a heads up that we are going to be using the Spark of Rebellion starter pack. Everything is in the box that you need for it, but we will be using the tournament style playmat just to give you some better explanations on the rules. So just be prepared that the playmat does not come with the box. Everything else will. Okay, so let's start with the setup. The box comes with two separate decks, which is the Luke Skywalker deck and the Darth Vader deck. Each deck has 50 cards inside it, plus 2 extra ones for your actual leaders and your bases. So what you do is you give those cards a good shuffle first, and you deal 6 cards to yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, before you do anything, you can, what they call is a mulligan. Now, if no one knows what a mulligan is, it means that you can inspect your cards, and if you don't like the cards you have, you can put them back inside the deck, reshuffle, and draw another 6. Unfortunately, though, you will have to stick with that second 6 deck of cards even if you're still not happy with the next deck. So that's what mulligan is. You do have to have a leader that is required for this game, but in order to how to win this game is that your base has to be defeated, not your leaders. Your base has to have 30 hits. Once 30 hits is on that base, the other player wins that game. So that's the majority of the setup, but let's go over the cards and explain what the cards actually do. So we're going to start with the basic one first, which is just your bases. Now, bases don't have anything special about them at all. They're literally just a base from any Star Wars landscape you might remember from. All that you have to know about is their health, which is at 30, and that will remind you there all the time that that is there. And then our next one is our leaders. Now, our leaders are required, like I said, for this, but they do not have, if they are out of the game is not over. It's literally just the base for this one. Okay, so our next set of cards are our ground and space units. Now, I'm going to go over these cards very quickly and what they do and what the symbols all mean. On the top left-hand corner is the resource of the payment of the card. You've got if they are good guys or bad guys, in this case, Imperials and Rebels. At the top, you've got what type of unit they are, which is their ground or space unit. On the side here in red is their attack value. So if this unit ever attacks something, it will hit twice. And on the blue side of it is its health. So if it ever succeeds more than 1 hit, this card will actually die. And then underneath that, you've got the ability of what happens to this card, or if it has some type of advantage when something happens to it. And it's exactly the same with the space units here. And you've got different symbols on the corners here, which may have to require, depending on what leader and base you have in your deck, but we'll come to that later. But that's the pretty much basic side of a standard unit, ground unit and space unit. Okay, our next 2 different types of cards are our event cards and upgrade cards. An event card is pretty much works the same as a unit. You have to pay your resource to do it, and then you basically do what it says on the card. For example, this one here says to heal 3 from any units or a base, which is pretty good. And then you've got this one here, which is basically a add-on or an upgrade, as it says. Pretty much self-explanatory. Pay the 2 and then attach it to either a non-vehicle unit, another character, or if you add it to Darth Vader himself, it will have an extra ability for you, which will grant it extra attack and extra defense. So we're just going to go back to our leaders for 1 second, because unfortunately these don't come in this position. When you play the game, they actually come like this. And what is required to actually deploy your leader, you need a certain amount of resources, which I'll explain in a moment, and what they do to put them on the board. And once you do, they will flip over and go to whatever unit they are, which in this case would be a ground unit for Luke. And Darth Vader, I think, is pretty much the same, which he is. And then we'll go from there. So now you should have your 6 cards, like I said, from the start of the setup. Now, you're going to choose 4 of these cards to keep, and it can be any 4 that you want, but then the other 2 must go down as a resource. So it's kind of like using money, but you're using specific cards to use as a resource to pay for other cards that come to the board. So the game is going to be played over a series of rounds, and every round has 2 phases in it. There's an action phase and there's a regroup phase. In your action phase, you're going to have 5 different parts of it, which is to play a card, attack with a unit, use an action ability, take the initiative, or pass. Right, let's start with playing a card. So in my hand, I have this card here that I want to use. I want to play my TIE Fighter in here. In order to do that, I must exhaust a resource of the same amount of the cost of the card. So 1 resource is exhausted. That leaves me 1 left. When you play a card, your cards do not come in ready like so. They come in exhausted like so. They are put to the side so that you know that they are exhausted and not ready to be played yet. Only until when the next round comes in and you start the next round, they are readied, and then you can do other actions with that card from there. So I mentioned before that certain cards have certain abilities. So when we played this card, as you can see, this card has no ability whatsoever. But if I played this card instead, it says keyword when played. So when literally the card goes on the board, whether it's exhausted or not, it is always played. As it says here, give 2 experience tokens to another friendly rebel. Now, experience cards come with the box, and you can just simply add it to another card, and experience tokens give it an extra attack boost and a health boost. So let's talk about attacking with a unit now. So this TIE Fighter now wants to attack this X-Wing. And to do so, it will hit with 2. You take 2 tokens that are from your box, and you add the 2 hits to the X-Wing. Now every time a unit attacks another unit, the other unit will always retaliate and hit back with the amount that is stated on the card here. So for example, this X-Wing will hit back with 2. And because both the units have 1 or less health, 2 obviously gets rid of it, and they're both out of the game now. Now another example of attacking with a unit is if a unit wants to attack another exhaust unit, it still does the same thing. It will attack with 2. And regardless if the other card is exhausted, it still retaliates and hits back. Defeating one another, both cards come off the board. And don't forget though, the aim of the game is to actually defeat the other player's base. So when you attack with a unit, you do not have to attack another unit. You can take the chance and actually go for the player's base, doing the same rules as normal with a normal attack. This TIE Fighter hits with 2, so you put 2 damage onto the base. But the plus side to this is that the base does not hit back. So your TIE Fighter will still be in play, but now will be exhausted after its attack play. Also, to mention, on your turn, you don't even have to play a card. You can just simply pass if you want and then see what the other player does. If you pass, you're not actually out of the round. You're just passing your actual turn, so the other player can throw in their turn. They can do more actions, and then you might want to play your card afterwards and do another sneak attack or anything with a card that has a high ability to it. The last thing you can do on your turn is to take the initiative token. Now, when you take the initiative token, that essentially means that you'll be first for the next round. But unfortunately, this comes with a penalty. You will be out for the rest of the round, regardless if you've got a numerous amount of cards in your hand. If you take the initiative, you are literally out of the round. But the other player can still play many turns until they pass, and then that's when the round officially ends. And then we go to a regroup phase, which is the second phase of each round. Okay, so the regroup phase. What you do essentially is draw 2 cards. Always draw 2. And you may add a resource to your resource. So you're basically adding more money each round for your expensive cards that you might want to play later. Or you don't have to. You can simply keep the card and use it for playing if you can actually afford the card. And then once you've decided whether you want to place a resource down or not, you must ready the rest of your exhausted cards that are on the board, like so. So now you've drawn your cards, you've got your resources. You pretty much continue the round as normal. Like I say, you spend resources to play cards or to attack other units. But there's a couple of keywords I want to mention on some of the cards here. And we'll show you some of those now. So let's start with the keyword Sentinel. If you play a card that has the word Sentinel, so that means that any unit is not allowed to attack the base until this specific card is gone, the actual Sentinel card itself. And then once that has been attacked as normal and it's out of the game, you can now start attacking the base. And one more keyword we're going to go with is Restore. Any card that has a Restore keyword on it means you can either heal a wound from either the base or another unit. And then last but not least, we're going to talk about deploying our leaders. We all have one each, but they come in like this. So they're not actually fully deployed yet onto the battlefield. It requires a certain amount of resources to do that. For Darth Vader, it needs 7 resources to deploy him, and Luke is only 6. But you can still use actions in this game for them. For example, you exhaust them like any other units, and they will do an ability. For example, Luke will provide a shield token to another unit, and Darth Vader will, if you use his action and use the card with this symbol on it, it will do an extra damage to a unit or to a base. And once you have enough resources to deploy them, you flip the cards over and deploy them onto the boards. Once they have all their health is gone, they go back over like so, and you cannot ever redeploy them that way again. And the box comes with another token to place on top of these cards, just as a reminder that you cannot deploy them again for that game. You can use their ability once every round, but once you've deployed these characters or these leaders, you cannot redeploy them back onto the board. So there are a lot more keywords on the cards. I'm not going to go through all of them because that's what the back of the book is for. It's a nice little index just to explain some of the keywords to it, and it's very easy to go through. But Sentinel and Restore is pretty much the main one on this one. So yeah, any other questions, just look at the back of your book for this. One last thing, you can actually customize these decks. If you ever go out and buy any booster packs for this, you can customize to this. It's very simple how to customize your deck. Always have 50 cards. You can never have more than 3 of the same card. You must have at least 1 leader and 1 base as always. But any other questions you need for it, again, just refer back to your book. When you customize your deck, you must have the same symbols on your cards as your leader and your base. If you ever have a card or use a card that doesn't have the symbol of your base or your leader, like this blue one here, for example, it must mean you must pay double the resource in order to deploy this card. So you can have it in your deck, but it will cost you more to deploy that card. So like I said before, you go back and forth, spending resources, playing cards, attacking bases, attacking units, until either opponent's base has 30 hits, and then the game is over. Victory to the other player. So that's pretty much the easy way of how to play Star Wars Unlimited. If you like what you saw, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If I've mentioned anything wrong, which I probably have done because this is the first time we've been doing this, please leave a comment below and let us know. But this is pretty much the easy way to do it, and I hope you enjoy the game as much as we do. Thanks for watching. And on that note, we're going to give it a try, seeing as I've explained the rules. And even though it's a 12+ game, I think anyone can play it at any age. Even this old fart here can give it a try.
I'm going to have a go. If I can do it, anybody can.
Exactly. Give it a try, guys. So I'm Darth Vader, and you're Luke Skywalker, okay?
Okay.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Welcome back to Rolls and Replays, which is the board game show from us here at the M.T.V.B podcast. We've obviously just done a video about the rules of Star Wars Unlimited, so now we're going to try and see if John took any of those rules in and have a game of Star Wars Unlimited. John, are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's give it a go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, like I said in the video, we draw 6 cards. And we look at our cards. Now, don't forget you have to get rid of 2 as a resource.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you don't like any of your cards whatsoever, you can mulligan, shuffle them back in, and draw another 6 if you want to, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna... Definitely keep that one. Drop that one. Drop that one.
Yeah. I'll keep these.
Who'd like to go first? Would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
Go first.
Okay, so I'll take the initiative token. That means I'm first for this round. But John can, at any point on his turn, take the initiative so he can be first for the next round. Starting with me, I'm going to actually pass.
Oh.
So we can go over to you now.
Crafty. Okay. I'm going to pay the 2 resources.
So you turn them over so
Yep.
they're exhausted.
Yep.
And obviously your cards, right? You've
Mhm.
put them exhausted so it's not ready for play yet.
Yep.
It's got a space unit out already. Do you know what? I'm actually going to take the initiative.
You bugger. I'm just going to grab that.
So you're going to pass then?
Um,
You can't really do an awful lot because you just used all your resources
yeah,
up.
exactly. I'll have to now, yeah.
So next round then.
Yeah.
Ready your card.
Mm-hmm.
Draw 2 cards. And you may resource 1 and keep 1. Or keep both if you really want to.
3. Let's draw another 3, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
I will drop that. Okay. You ready? Ready your resources as well.
Yeah. Right. What am I going to do? Okay. Which ones should I? Let's. And. There you go. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to spend 1,
Right.
2, 3
No.
to draw an event
Right.
card.
Okay.
Deal 7 damage to an enemy unit unless the controller says no. If he does, draw 3 cards.
No.
So that event is used.
Right.
And because John said no, I draw an extra 3 cards.
Damn.
Your turn, John.
Right. 4. Okay.
How have you got 4 resources?
Because I had 2 originally, didn't I?
You only drop 1.
Oh, I dropped 2.
No, you only drop 1.
Okay.
So keep 1 and you drop 1.
I'll lose 1 then.
No. You keep 1 in your hand.
Yeah.
You always have to keep 1 and you have to drop the other
So
one.
keep 5 in your hand.
Yes, you should have
Okay,
known.
right. My bad. Right, there's 5 in my hand.
Well, depending on how many you have in your hand because
Yeah.
what you spent last
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
So 3 resources to spend. Don't forget Luke. You can spend a resource and you can give him a shield if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can just simply attack.
How to get him into play?
So you spend a resource.
Yeah. To
So-
put him into play.
Then no, just turn him.
Yeah.
No, sorry. As in exhaust him, beg your
Yeah,
pardon.
yeah,
No, this way, sorry. So you're doing this action on the card, essentially.
Right, okay. Yeah.
So that's now exhausted, and
Yeah.
this has a shield token,
Right.
which has that card there. And you place that card underneath that, so it has an extra
Okay.
damage to it now. Sorry, a shield to it, beg your pardon. I will take the initiative. But you have the opportunity to attack my base now.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Would you like to attack my base? That is the aim of the game, by the way.
I may well do. I will spend 1. No, not yet. I'll put that out.
So it's a trick. Can you read it out?
Attack with a unit. It gets +1 attack, +0 for health for this attack, and deals its combat damage before the defender. You can only attack with a ready friendly unit. If the defender is defeated, it deals no combat damage to the attacker.
Nice. So I have nothing on the table,
Mhm.
and that's going to do an extra damage to the base. Is that what you want to do?
Yep.
So that would do 3 damage instead of 2.
Yep.
Take 3 tokens. I am now down to 27. So that is now exhausted. I've taken initiative, so I don't get another turn. It's back to you if you would like to take another turn. You still have 2 resources to
yeah.
spend if you want.
I will pass.
Okay, so we go to the next round.
Yeah.
Ready your resources, ready your units, and draw 2 cards. You either keep both or drop 1 as a resource. I'm definitely going to drop that. I'm going to he gets ready as well,
Yeah,
so you can
yeah.
do his action. I'm going to spend 1 to get a TIE fighter to the board.
Okay. I'm going to spend 1 to attach the lightsaber to Luke.
Oh, you can't do that yet
No.
because Luke has to be on the board to do that.
Right. Okay.
But you can attach it to another unit if you've got another ground
no,
unit.
Yeah, I'm not. No, I'll keep it for
So
Luke.
keep that one if you
I
want.
will put this one out.
So for Luke, I do believe you need 6 resources to put him on the board.
That's why I wondered. Right. I'm going to. Still going to use 1. No, I'm going to use 2 to put him on the board.
Nice. He restores as well, so that's a pretty good card. Okay, back to me. I'm going to spend 2 to put him on the board. When he gets defeated, I can ready another unit with a certain symbol on it.
Okay.
Back to you.
2 left. So I'm going to pay 2. Right, I'm going to use those 2, and I'm going to. But it does say exhaust an enemy unit, but they're both exhausted anyway, and gives a shield token to a friendly unit that costs 3 or less.
Okay, so that goes there, and you put another shield on this guy.
Yep.
That one there, that card.
One there,
So just flip it underneath.
Yep.
All these shielded units. I'm going to take initiative because I can't really do much else. Actually, hang on. May I? Can I? Yes, actually, I will.
Okay.
I'm not going to take initiative. I'm going to spend a card to do Darth Vader's action. If I played a card with that symbol on it, which I did this phase, I may deal 1 damage to a unit or a base. I will do it to a unit because it will take that off. So it doesn't actually damage your guy. It just gets rid of his shield.
Right. Okay. I'm going to pass.
Or do you want to take that?
Yeah, I'll take that then.
Bastard. Then I will pass. I'm trying to help you out. I'm not helping you out anymore now, right?
I know you're not. No, you're right. Okay.
Right. Flip it all over.
Yep.
Draw 2 cards. Keep 1 and resource 1.
Right. What should I do?
Let's drop that.
Resource that. Ready those. 4, 5. Right.
Okay, so you start.
One, 2, 3, 4.
Oof, pricey card.
Mm-hmm.
Right, what does it say?
It says ambush. After you play this unit, it may ready and attack an enemy.
Get
unit.
out. Oh, I
Let's
forgot to
attack
ready
your TIE fighter.
So technically, you can only attack that.
Yeah.
But it does attack back. So
Yeah.
this is out of the kite.
Yeah, and he gets 1 damage back. Yeah.
2.
2 damage.
2 damage. But he's got a shield of 4. So
Yeah.
that wasn't very nice, John. Oh, all those space units. I need to put more space units out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. 1, 2, 3 resources to play an event. Deal 4 damage to a unit. I will get rid of that one. So that's out.
Damn.
Back to you.
Oh, right. What have I got left? 1 left. Okay. I'll take the initiative again.
You sure you don't want to? You can damage the base with those 2. Don't forget, that's what it's all about.
Yep. Okay. Let's do.
So initiative's gone back.
Yep.
2 damage to the base.
Put the initiative back over there. Yep. 2 damage to the base.
So that's 5. At the moment, so that's 25 left over. So that's exhausted.
Yep.
Then back to me. I will do a whopping 1 damage to your base.
And I am going to do. Yeah, go on. Why not? I'm going to do 3 damage to your base.
Wow. Down to 22 to your 29. I would take initiative. Would you like to do anything else? You can still spend a resource to shield your unit if you want.
No, I'll be all right. I will pass.
Okay. Draw 2 cards. Keep 1 and resource 1 if you wish. And ready your cards. Ooh. Ah.
Cantonar.
How many do you have? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resources for my ATST. Which has an overwhelm ability. So if there's any excess damage to who I attack, it can deal
goes
damage
over
to something else.
To the base, yeah. I will. A2. Put him on the board.
So he comes in exhausted.
Yeah.
I will do 1 attack to your base. So you're 28 to my 22.
I will do 2 damage to your base.
Of course. I'm now on 20. I'm going to take initiative because I've run out of resources. I spent all my resources on my ATST.
Okay. I am going to do 3 more damage to your base.
No.
And then it's up to you now, isn't it? And you,
No, I took initiative, so you can have another go, or you can pass.
I'll pass.
Okay. Draw 2 cards.
And lose 1, says you. Oh. Okay.
Ooh. That's interesting. Are you ready? Ready your guys?
Yeah.
Right, first action. 6 damage to your base.
Oh. First action. Do that to heal 3 damage. Unit or base.
You sod. That's an event that goes in there.
Yep.
I'll deal 1 back.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I will.
I haven't spent any resources yet.
I will spend 4. 2, 3, 4 to play that.
So that's a sentinel now. So if I have any space units, I have to attack that first before I can actually attack the base. Why would you do that, John? Let's spend another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I didn't put 1 down. Let me put 1 down first.
You got 6 down here.
Yeah, put that 1 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for another ATST and my ground unit.
Oh. I'm not having a lot of luck finding ground units.
I'm not having any luck with space units.
I will take the initiative.
Oh, that is very interesting. Okay. I will spend my last resource to do Darth Vader's action. I played a card of that sort, so I can deal 1 to the base and 1 to an enemy unit. I'll do it to him, get rid of his shield.
Oh, dear.
So he hasn't actually had any health taken off him, but his shield goes away. So just take the card off. So he's got no shield now.
Right.
You've taken initiative. I'm out of resources, so I will actually pass now.
Right.
Okay, so draw 2 cards. Ready your units.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh dear.
7 and
wowza. 2. I need to sort my resources out. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay, let's drop that. 2, 3, 4. Okay, your turn.
Right. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to ready him, yeah?
Oh, you're going to put Luke out.
Yep.
So flip him over and he goes here as a ground unit. And what does he do on attack? On attack, you may give a
you-
unit a shield.
Another unit, a shield to another unit.
He actually comes in ready as well, so that's pretty good.
Let's put a shield on.
No, not yet. When you attack, you do it. Okay.
Right.
Right, over to me.
Yeah.
I will do. I'm going to do 6 damage to your base.
I'll play the other 2 to attach his lightsaber.
Oh, what? All right, okay, I can't have this. I'll spend 6 on to attack Luke. He's got a health of 8, so he's not dead. But he attacks with how much? 7? 4 plus 3? He attacks back. So my shield of 7, destroyed.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Should I attack with him now?
You can do it to the base, don't forget. You don't have to do it to him.
I will do 7 damage to your base.
Wow.
And I'll give a shield token to another unit. So let's give the shield to him.
Holy cow, I'm on 20 already. See, this is what happens when I help you out. I'm not doing it anymore, John, I'm telling you. He's exhausted.
Right, yep.
Okay, let's bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to bring Palpatine into this now.
Okay. I will claim initiative.
You don't want that? Okay. You heard it here, folks. He had 3 units he could attack my base with, and he took the initiative.
Well,
Let's do 1 damage to your base.
Okay.
What you on? 15 to my 20?
Mm-hmm.
Here you are, 15 to 20. I'm out of resources, so I'm going to pass.
Right, well, let's attack with him.
No, you can't, because it's a new round now.
Okay, right.
Right, so draw 2 cards.
Yeah. Of course. 2 cards, and let's put them there.
Oh, okay. Start with you, John.
Right.
You can start attacking, or you can start putting cards on the board.
Let's start and do the 3 damage to your base with him.
Oh my goodness! I'm going to take a hefty hit on this. Right, let's do. Oh, hang on, damn it! When played, deal 6 damage.
You did 6 damage to me already.
No, not with him. I did that with the other thing. Deal 6 damage divided as you choose among enemies. Damn it! I'm just going to do that quickly. I should have done that last round. I'll let him have it. That's fine.
They had the Sentinel anyway.
So he's got to go. So I'll do 6 to him.
Yeah.
He's out.
Discard cards go here.
Yep. Yeah. I'll leave it there. Right. Okay. Anyway, back to me.
Right.
Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What?
For this bad boy to come into space.
Okay.
Bring the big guns out because I've only got 8 health left.
Right. Let us do.
Do some more damage.
Let's do 7 damage to your base with Luke.
Oh my god! I think I'm out of this, folks. Got 1 health left. It's really no point, really, is there? Let's do 6 to yours.
Yeah.
What's that? 5, 10, 15, 21.
Yeah.
To my 29. To my 29.
Yeah. Okay. My go again now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? Let's do damage to your base. That'll kill you, won't it?
Game over. John beat me. I did help him though, in all fairness.
He did. Yeah.
But see,
it's a good game, guys.
But see how easy it is, and when you've got someone to help you with it, that's how quick a game could be. It does say 20 minutes on the box, but that's what Star Wars Unlimited is. Hopefully you can play it the same way without someone helping you. I think we deserve a rematch after that.
Definitely.
But hey, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Enjoy, guys. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Chill out well.
I am not helping you again. Do you understand that?
First time he showed me how to play it, I beat him as well.
Right.